Hi guys, my name is Emily and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first official tutorial. I am so excited. So if you're willing, stick around with me. I will show you how to do this look right here. I'm calling it my summery, glowy, goldeny, pinky, nude thing. So I'm going to start by priming my face. So this is the NYX Honey Do Me Up. I'm going to use the Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse. Down the neck. It is crucial to blend your foundation into your neck. I am going to be using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye for spot concealing on my face. Sorry that my camera keeps autofocusing. I'm still learning what I'm doing with my camera setup. So this is the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. If you're anything like me, you tend to have very smudgy under eyes. And I have found that when I use this underneath my eyes, it doesn't smudge and smear. I am actually going to go into my Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette by Tarte. We're gonna actually do what's called a halo eye with them right now. I am going to start with this color. It's called Dog Man. It's kind of a coppery gold color. So, to achieve a halo eye, you take the darkest color into the inner corner and the outer corner. So I have this little brush. I realized that I should probably get brushes that I can actually name the names on. Back into Dog Man and tap it off and actually mix it with Natural Peaches and tap it off. Next, I am going to go back into Natural Peaches with a considerably fluffier brush, and I'm just going to diffuse out this color. I'm going into this color right here called Big Baby. It's a nice matte light color, and I'm going to blend that from the eyebrow down. Just when you think you've blended enough, blend some more. Next, I'm going into this color right here. This is Sassy Bun. Look at how pretty that is. I've always found that with shimmery pigments, it is always, always, always best to apply them with my finger. I'm experimenting with these today. This is the NYX Glitter Primer and the NYX Loose Glitter in bronze. I'm just gonna go right over top of the gold. Ooh, look at that. I don't know if you can see that. Ring finger again. Dip into the glitter. Ooh. Wow! For the record, if you're doing loose glitter on your face, do it before you do your foundation. You will end up with, I mean, unless that's what you're going for. I kind of like it, but that's only because I love glitter. Ooh. I'm just gonna take this fluffy brush here and blend around the glitter. So I'm just concentrating on putting the foundation back here, basically everywhere that's covered in glitter that's not supposed to be. So I'm trying to cover it, but the glitter's still there. I'm going to conceal under my eyes now, and I'm going to set it with a translucent powder. And it covers up the glitter, of course. This is the Maybelline Master Fix. And I'm going to try baking under my eyes. I'm taking that with my sponge, the flat side. You want to be sure to get all the creases out from underneath your eyes before you do this, because otherwise it will set in all your creases. Wow! I am not a good baker. Whoa! I usually don't leave it the full 5 minutes, whatever, so I'm gonna actually leave it and see how I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my brows. I like to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I use medium brown. So I'm just gonna use this and lightly trace my brows. I'm just doing light strokes, just filling in the little sparse spots. Some places I make them a little thicker or a little thinner just to even them out because I have wobbly lines on my natural brows. I'm gonna go ahead and brush this stuff off because I feel like it's been sitting too long. Oh, there's still glitter. So I'm also gonna take little dabs here and just dab over any problem spots I have. Just holds them in place for the day. Next, I am going to go into my Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula with my nice big fluffy brush and squish it just a little bit. And I do just add a little bit of definition to my cheeks. It's nothing major. And then I'm going to go under my eyes because it is way too light. Now I am going to take my bronzer and warm up the edges of my face. On my forehead, I like to go a little farther down because I have a 5 head. On my jawline, you can see that it's not very well defined. So I like to take my bronzer and define this line again. Instead of going underneath my chin, I bring it just on the bottom of my chin here. So that helps to just give it a nice sharp line. And then down my neck, like I said, for me it is very vital to always blend my face with my neck. So this is my favorite blush of all time, Nars Orgasm. So for the blush, I'm going right above where I did my contouring here on my cheek. Lift up like this, don't brush straight across, and don't go down the cheek here. This helps to bring a nice youthful glow to the face. And I dab just a smidge here in the middle of my forehead, down my nose, a dab on my chin and down my neck, just because, like I said, I'm not into like having my face not match the rest of my body. This was the little sampler size of the Becca Moonstone that I bought from Ulta, and I'm addicted. I love it so much. I'm going to take this is a highlighter brush. I really need to like get a set of brushes that actually has a name so I can be like, and this is the N5 16 32 56 kind of thing, you know. This one I'm just like, it's a brush, and I blend it on my face. So this is another reason I don't bake, is because my highlighter has a really hard time going on my face after the powder. So literally I'm like having to scrub it on my face. So I'm taking my ring finger again, and I'm just gonna dab that on my Cupid's bow and down the bridge of my nose. I should probably try contouring my nose because it's a honker, as we can see, but I don't feel like it. I am going to go in with my Tarte felt tip liner. I don't take my eyeliner all the way to the inner corner because my eyes are so little that I feel like it just really closes my eyes off, so I just don't do that. That's good enough. I'm just gonna leave it alone, she says as she goes back in. So I am just going to take this and go under my eye with Natural Peaches right here. For my inner corners, I'm using this ColourPop Super Shock Cheek called Lunch Money. Again, ring finger, because you guys know it's my weapon of choice. This is my holy grail Benefit Roller Lash. I've tried like 35 different kinds of mascaras, and this one's it. This is it. This is my baby. I never will try another one. The bristles aren't too big, so it doesn't stab you in the eyes. So when I put my mascara on, I push it towards the center like this, and then I do it on top as well, brush down, and then I pull it out towards the outer corner. I guess more of a sultry look. When you have the winged liner, you just kind of want your lashes to flow. Next, I'm going to apply my falsies. These are the Kiss lashes. I like the Kiss lashes the best because they have this nice clear band and they have a nice faded tip or a It's not like a cut tip. When you're putting your falsies on, you want to make sure to trim them to fit your eyes. Always go from the outer corner in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut off these two. Bloop. My Duo. This is a lash glue. It has a little brush here, which I love. I have a really hard time getting falsies to actually stay on my eyes. So I actually will just put a little dot like where I know they're gonna start and end. And then you wait 30 to 45 seconds for them to dry. You don't want to put them on when they're still white like this. You want to wait for them to get pretty nice and tacky. I just put them on with my fingers. Outer corner first, center, inner corner. I take a nice matte black eyeshadow. In this case, I'm using, this is my Tarteist Pro, the color Punk. So I just take an angled brush, I dab it in, tap it off, and I push up from underneath, just right in between my falsies and my real lashes. I just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then I go over top of the falsies. I'm not a fan of like the falsie line. I am going to be using this Lipsense. I am not a consultant. This is not a sponsored video at all. A consultant that I know who is very near and dear to my heart, she was like, hey, would you be interested in doing a review of these? And I was like, sure. I will post a link to her Facebook group. Her name is Amber Ewing. You can ask her any questions that you may have about these. I got these two colors from her. I am a very neutral person. I can't do like reds or purples or browns. I would love to, but I'm kind of working up to that point. Up until I tried these colors of Lipsense, I have never in my entire life been able to find like the perfect nude color. So with these, you can actually mix and match the layers. You apply 3 layers of color and 1 layer of gloss. My body right now is also going through what is called the exfoliation or the peeling stage. This is a product that you have to use consistently to get the best results. You get it after a few days, so I'm about day number 2 or 3 now. I still need to wear it a couple more days for it to really be like prime lips, because I have been using straight Carmex on my lips for years, and apparently that's like the worst thing you can do. I have 2 different colors here. I have one that's called Pink Champagne and one that is called Bombshell, and then this is the gloss that's just called Glossy Gloss. So what I did first was I took this Oops remover over my lips first, just to kind of make sure I didn't have any residual foundation, any residual Carmex or anything on there. And I am going to go in first with this color that's called Pink Champagne. So, drying. And then I'm gonna do 2 layers of Bombshell. Dry, 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 dry. So 1, 2, 3 layers, and then the gloss over top. Here we go. So, oh, I forgot to, okay. So pretend I'm spraying with setting spray. So I have the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. That's what I would finish off with. It just gives your skin a really nice finish. Here's the finished look.